Ah, that was pretty good. I just planted some red sales lettuce seed that our friend Tanya from Tennessee sent us. I put about half of them in the ground that she gave us, and I'll save the other half for a succession planting. So we'll let you all know how it goes. So I put the lettuce seeds in this little bed that I made in amongst Danielle's French carrots. I watered an area and tilled it with a cultivator, and put some compost, mixed some compost in with it, and we'll put those seeds in, and it looks like it's going to do pretty well. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Tanya. The lettuce seeds will help keep these carrots company. We put some carrots in the ground over there, and not many of them germinated, but it should be enough for a few soups of the French carrot that Danielle likes to grow. We only have the one amaranth plant this year. In fact, even it was a volunteer. But it's got some good seed clusters on it toward the top. And I'm going to try to harvest and clean those seeds. And I'm also going to grab some lamb's quarter seeds and toast both of them together. They're the same family of plant. And so that should be a lot of fun. That'll be probably at the beginning of the fall. But over here is that flax harvest that we showed you yesterday, if you were following along. And we put it in here on this drying rack that I made last year. I built it for onions, but I don't think putting onions on it in this hot greenhouse is a good idea. So it's just kind of a table at this point, but then Danielle had the idea of why don't we put the flax on it. So we did, but it has to be moved again because I'm afraid that it's not really going to dry out very well, all heaped on each other. So this morning I want to move it, and Danielle once again came up with a great idea. We have a section of fence that maybe I would tie some of it to. So that's going to be the next project. Uh-oh. I'll have to turn this off, I guess. The next step in our flax process is to do the operation that they call rippling. Let me explain. On the ends of these bundles of flax and these strands of flax, we have these little seed pods called boules, I believe, B-O-U-L-E. And we need for the seed pods to dry out. In fact, the entire flax plant, it's green because it just came from the field yesterday. The entire flax plant is green. And when we want to dry it out so that we can do our rippling, which is running the seed pods through a bit of a comb to pull those seed pods off. But in order to do that, we'll have to make this completely dry. All these bundles and all the ones in the greenhouse, our entire harvest, we have to hang up in the sun so that it can dry. They said there's a good chance of rain this afternoon. That shouldn't really be a detriment to us. It'll dry out again, I'm sure. So that's what we're doing now. We're hanging up our flax to dry.
To turn this off so I don't waste.
We have this group of flax bundles on this drying rack. I've got this group of flax bundles. Danielle's idea was to tie them to this little bit of fencing. And then finally I put the sawhorses down here with a step ladder on the horses, and I laid out the remainder of the flax bundles on that. So that's quite a bit of flax. That should be about enough to make a shirt or a shift. And so they're going to be here for about another probably week or two. They say there's a better than 50% chance of rain for this afternoon. So I'm going to cover them with a plastic tarp. And that's where they're going to stay for a couple of weeks. And then we'll check in and go to the next step, which is called rippling, where we try to remove the seeds from the stems.